Alright, so today I have a cool little device. This is the Kick by Evolv. And what the Kick does is it turns something that's not into variable wattage. Like a mechanical mod, you have this little blue thing here with a dial inside, and there's numbers from 5 to 10 around the inside of the Kick. And the crosshairs have two little holes. I don't know if you can see them. I'll try to throw up a picture. So you turn it to however many watts you want. And the Kick has this little spring, and I don't know if you can see it, but it comes off the top just a little bit, and that spring has to touch the sidewall of your battery. So in here. This is a silver bullet. It's a mechanical mod. You know, there's nothing to it. It's a battery holder and a button and go. So this is, if it's an 18650 battery, this is an 18650 AW IMR. It's a 2000 milliamp hour battery. So you put the battery in, and the spring has a little play, but there's not enough play to put the Kick in there and smash it down and put the top on it, because this little spring here does not touch the side. So what I did was I bought a smaller battery. It's an 18490 battery, and this one is 1100 milliamp hours, so it's almost half the battery power of, you know, the 18650. And with that being said, the Kick also advertises that it will drain your battery at a higher rate of 10 to 20% more. So my biggest concern was, so I'm using a smaller battery already, and the Kick is going to drain it faster. But this is what I did today. I took this to work. Just a regular tank. It's 6 milliliters, and you can see there's a little bit left in there. So I'm going to say I vaped 6 milliliters today. And I worked 9.5 hours. I charged this 18490 battery last night. Took it to work with the Kick. This is the only thing I've used all day. And I'm, 10 hours, about 10.5 hours of vaping into the day. So I worked 9.5, and half hour before, half hour after, whatever. I just got home from work, and the battery is still going. So see, it fires right up. And the Kick just puts out a great vape, because what it does is it sets your wattage for you. Without the Kick in here, your power source comes from the battery. So between whatever voltage your battery is putting out and the ohms of the cartomizer, there's all kinds of calculators that will tell you what wattage that is. But I know I want to vape at 8 watts. So I have the Kick in here, I turned it up to 8, and I vape at 8 all day long. And no matter what I put on top of here, no matter what the resistance is, the ohms of the cartomizer, the tank, the atomizer, whatever, the Kick will vape it at 8 watts. So it puts me in my sweet spot all day long, which is really cool. You can use the 18650. There's a sleeve that goes in here because the battery is longer. So with the bigger battery in there, this is the sleeve, and it's just a machined aluminum with the same threading to give you an extra little bit of space. And I don't really care for the black, and I don't care for the longer size, but my plan today was that if my battery ran out, I wanted to know how long it would take. And then I could use an 18650 battery with the sleeve and use the kick with that too. But I haven't had to go that route today. But if you ever need to, you can, because they make this sleeve, and this comes in silver or black, or I'm sure you can get it in colors now. But the kick by Evolv is, I thought at first this little thing is $45. You got to be kidding me. $45 for a little thing I know nothing about. But guess what? I'm going to buy it anyway. And I did. And I couldn't be more than happier. I couldn't be happier with it, because it does allow me to vape in my sweet spot all day long at 8 watts. And a lot of people use other devices like the Provari or the ZMax or Vamo or whatever you use that you can digitally change your voltage or your wattage. That's perfectly fine. I happen to like the silver bullet, and that's what I carry all day long, because I have a very physical job and it's very rugged, mod. With the kick, you can play with it. You can turn it to 5, you can turn it to 10, and anywhere in between. I learned the voltage I wanted to use, or I'm sorry, the wattage, by experimenting with. I have a ZMax. So I went from 5. Actually, I went from 3.2 or whatever it is or 3.5 to 15 watts, and I figured that 8 was my optimum vaping experience, and it's a nice warm vape, and that's what I like. I think for me, more than that is a little harsh, less than that's a little weak. You just find your spot, and between 5 and 10, and it's in there in the kick. So I have the 18490 battery with the kick, and I'm always vaping at 8 watts, and it's in my favorite mod, and that makes me a happy vapor. So if that's something you're considering, you want to be at that spot all day, and you have a favorite mod, like I have this, it's a Gus, the Gus 22, a nice, bottom fire chrome, dirty mod. I like to use that with the 18490 and the kick. When I go out, it's nice and pretty and chrome, and I take this to work because it's hefty, it's rugged, it has a nice solid feel to it, and it's not going anywhere. So that's the kick by Evolv. I picked one up, I paid for it, and I set it to where I want it, and it does what I want, and you can't really argue with that. $45 for giving you what you want. I mean, I've spent $45 on who knows, but that's the kick. So check out your favorite retailer or favorite online store. I bought mine from myvaporstore.com. It was $45. I paid for it, and I love it.
Bye.